join me. And as you can see, so today you're having the onboarding, and before we go forward, I would like to say congratulations. And I would officially introduce myself. I am Ayomide Adekoya. I go by Mide, and that is my position is I'm the community manager at HerTechTrail, and I would like to officially welcome you all once more. The first onboarding was awesome. I attended it, and I hope you guys had fun. And we are having the second onboarding to properly introduce you guys to the academy. So before going further, I would like to get to hear where you guys are coming from, share it down, or where you are from, your name, to introduce ourselves, get to know ourselves better. Yes, that's awesome. And also, I would like to, hear how the experience has been so far, starting with us, just, an introduction to who you are, what you've been doing right now. Also, we have hashtags we'll be dropping down soon. I want you guys to talk about your story on social media, tell the world how your story has begun, talk about the academy, how it has been so far. I'm sure it has been fun because I've been having fun. We in the academy have been having fun, having to welcome you all, hear your voices, share it on social media, tag us. We are always here. First, we'll be dropping all our social media handles. You can tag us anywhere. We are here to welcome all your tags and everything you have to say about yourself because we are here for your journey so far. So without, going back and forth, um, would like to first introduce the first person that will be speaking because you have to properly know her, right? She's the one and only, academy director at Architectural. Her name is Anne Chigozie Eziogu. She is, a queen. She is awesome. Having her as your academy director is one of the best rides you guys will have because she's always here to listen. So without wasting much of your time, I would like Anne to majestically take the floor and take over and wow us about the in and out of being an academy member.
Hi, thank you, Mide. Hello, tech trailers. Hello, beautiful ladies, amazing queens. Welcome to your second onboarding. And a big congratulations to every one of us. Big congratulations to every one of us. It's not easy being accepted into the academy. And you took the first step in applying, you got accepted, and you've been going through your onboarding journey seamlessly. And we are saying a big congratulations to each and every one of you. Those of you in the classroom, kudos. Those of you that are yet to join the classroom, kudos. We hope to see you in the classroom very, 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 very soon. So today would be taking a look at our roadmap. After this onboarding, you can get this roadmap in your classroom or would also get shared on the WhatsApp group. Everybody gets to keep a copy and you understand all the things you do for your whole period of learning in the academy. So if you attended the onboarding for last week, that was the first onboarding, one of the speakers, Coach Wolfai, she talked about one of the benefits of being in architecture is you have a guide aside the curriculum that's puts you or sets you on the right direction. We also have a guide, and your roadmap is more like a guide. It tells you, okay, for this week, this is what you're doing. For this week, this is what you're expected to do. This is what you're expected to achieve. At the end of 12 weeks, this is what you're expected to achieve. So, and the good thing with HerTechTrail is we are not just building your tech skills, we are also ensuring that your soft skills are top notch. So while you're coding, while you're analyzing that data, while you're doing beautiful videos, while you're launching lovely products, trying to get good designs and all of that, we also want to make sure that you're able to work with people, you're able to communicate the right way, um, because you definitely will not work alone. You would work with one or two or three or even 10 people. So while you're excellent with your tech skills, we want to make sure that your soft skills are also top notch. So the roadmap would show you all the things, or will just give you a brief of all the things you get to do from week 1 all through week 12. So let's go. We'll start with our success metrics. Now, success metrics are those things you do or those things you achieve that shows that yes, you actually got something correctly or you got something completely done. So these are the things that you should look out for. These are the things you should make sure that you look out for throughout your 12 weeks of learning. So I remember last week we talked about giving assignments. There's no how you learn for 12 weeks without assignments, yeah? So you do between 2, 3, 4, 5, not so much, but depends on your coach and depends on your track. You'll be given assignments. So one thing is being given assignments, another thing is doing the assignments, submitting them as at when due, on or before the due date, so that you can get your grades. So if you're able to complete all the assignments given, if they give you 4 assignments, complete those assignments, make sure you submit on or before the due date and you get graded. These grades are cumulated together and they form your cumulative average, and that determines if you get a certificate at the end of this training or not. And I know everybody wants to get a certificate. Your certificate shows, oh yeah, you spent 12 weeks at HerTechTrail and this is a sign or this is a proof of the amazing things you were able to learn, right? So 100%, if 100% assignments given to you, that's 4, 5, 10 assignments given to you are done and submitted, you're good to go. If you attend every class early, so classes are 2 times in the week, Saturdays and Sundays, between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Your coaches can say, oh, today's class is 3, your tracks class can be 7, your tracks class can be 2, 1, depends on the time that is fixed. You'll be getting more information on your classes timing during the week or before your next onboarding. And before the next general class, you'll be getting the time for each classes. So classes runs between 60 minutes to 90 minutes. We want to ensure that everybody attends class. So if you're able to attend all these classes, try to come as early as possible so you don't miss any part of the class. So we have the capstone project. You are not alone again. You are not alone. So you have your accountability group partners, you have your accountability partners you can always relate with and say, oh, this is what we are working on this week. How do we come about with it? How do we go about with it? What ideas do you have? Blah, 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 blah. You share ideas, you brainstorm. If you're able to do that, it will help build your communication skills. It will help build your collaborative skills as well. So if you are able to participate fully in your capstone project and you're also able to collaborate with your group members, then kudos to you. You're good to go. So we also give out feedback forms every 2 weeks. This is to help us know where you want us to improve, This is to help us know where we are doing well, so we'll be able to serve you better. So if you're not comfortable with the way we communicate, you can put it down in the feedback form. Hey, I'm not comfortable with the way the academy team communicates with me. Oh, I'm not comfortable with this. Can you change it? We look at it, weigh our options, make sure that it serves you well and also serves us well and serve every other person well. Then we try as much as possible to implement, because we want to ensure that everybody learn in a sane and safe environment, right? So um that's that. Please fill the feedback form. It is very important. It is very, 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 very important. So another thing you should look out for is the 15-day content challenge. Um, Now, there are some of us that like writing a lot on our social media handles. We post, we talk about things we do, we talk about work. Some people talk about their personal life and all of that. So for the 15-day content challenge, it's going to run for 3 weeks, Monday to Friday for 3 weeks. From week 5 to week 7, you'll be talking about things that you've been taught. So it like a content calendar for your track will be shared in your classroom on your private Slack channel. So you use that content calendar to talk about, you write on social media about the topic, whatever is on the content calendar, you just write a thing or two about it, share with your audience. This is to help put you out there, to show everybody that, oh, this is what I've learned, this is what I can do. This is you selling yourself out there. So you are not just learning and keeping it to yourself, you're learning and sharing it out. You don't know, an organization might see you and say, hey, I love what this girl, I love what this girl is doing. Oh, I can see that this person can bring value, so let me bring that in. If you attended the last onboarding, one of the speakers, Onyinyechi, the product manager, she talked about how she got her job. She got it on social media. And it was in that process of her always participating in the content challenge. She did for starter and she also did for the pro track. And that was how she got that job. It was a walk in the park for her because she was able to sell herself. So she didn't really struggle to get the job. She put herself out there. They saw her, they liked what she did, and they took her. So aside the track challenge, there's the monthly creator challenge where you get to win prizes. You get to win. If your content is so good, you get to win up to $250. We have this challenge comes up every month. So the one for March is currently ongoing. It's sponsored by Organizely, but we are the one organizing it. So we encourage everybody in the academy to participate. It also helps you to put whatever you've learned out there. If you're among the best 20, once Organizing launches their website, they get to upload um, your submissions on their website where you get royalties from it. Another thing you should look out for is at the end of the cohort, we get to calculate all your assignments, once they've been graded, the assignment and capstone project, and that's how we get your cumulative average. So I'm going to sound this now so we can all understand. The certificate we give at HerTechTrail is a verifiable certificate. You get to share it on your LinkedIn, on all your professional handles, and it is verifiable. It's an e-certificate, not just something you download. It's an e-certificate. So we don't give the certificates to everybody. We give to those people that are able to score at least 70% after all assignments and capstone project has been graded. So let's say you were given 4 assignments, we'll add your grades for the 4 assignments and that of the capstone project. We get your cumulative average. If you're able, you're getting your certificate. But if you don't meet up to that, I'm sorry, we are not going to give you a certificate. We are not just giving certificates. We want to ensure that those people we are giving certificates to are those people that actually deserves it. That means you put in your work, you have to put in so much work, you have to put in so much effort, you have to show up every day. and ensure that, oh, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do. So if you're able to do all this from week 1 to week 12, believe you me, after 12 weeks of learning and your capstone project, you will see tremendous changes. So let's go further and see what we'll be doing week. So we are still in that onboarding phase. This is showing you what we did last week, which was on the 9th, which is the onboarding week. We are still in the onboarding week. This is for today. So today we are talking about the roadmap, and we are also going to show you what happens once you make your payments, what's the next step, and all of that. When I finish explaining this roadmap, the next speaker will talk to you about what happens after you make your payments and every other thing you need to know. So for the next class, which is going to be sometime next week, we are going to have our general class. The general class, you get to meet your coaches. We get to introduce each coach. We get to introduce all the coaches from each track, so you get to see or hear your coaches before classes starts properly. Would also get to practically introduce you to the course tools. So the course tools, uh, I'll call them academic tools as well. They are different from the tools you use in your track. So the course tools for academic tools for HerTechTrail is Slack, Google Classroom, Google Meets, and your normal emails, right? Slack is for communication, emails for communication, Google Meets is for your classes, Google Classroom is for your assignments, resources, announcements, grades, and every other thing you need to know, right? So I know we've shared videos of how to use Slack and Google Classroom on the WhatsApp group and all, but would want to do it practically, want to show you how it is done. So if during that process you have questions, you have suggestions, or you missed something and you need clarity on how to use one feature or the other, you can easily get quick answers to it, just to make sure that your other weeks of learning is done seamlessly. So we also get to see talk about the introductory course and the test and all of that. I don't miss next week's general class. If you attend next week's general class, you're going to get insight on all of this. After that, we'll go for our Easter break. Everybody's going for Easter break. After the Easter break, we'll come back and classes starts fully. Individual track will have their classes. Now, there's something I would want to tell us. For your classes, you use just one link, one Google Meet link. It will be pasted in the classroom and you would have a time for class. So your coach might say, oh, our classes would run from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., 3 p.m. to 4:30, and this is the link we are using, right? The link is permanent. The timing also is permanent. It's just that sometimes your coaches might say, oh, there's an emergency came up, so let's move the class earlier, or let's move it later than the normal time. When that occurs, it's very rare, but when it occurs, information will be passed to you. Information will be passed across at least 24 hours before. But in cases of emergency, it can come up 1 hour before, even 30 minutes before, in cases of emergency, which is very, 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 very rare cases of emergency. So that's why we encourage every one of us to be on the Slack channel, to be active and all of that. So another thing you get to see in your week 2, aside from your classes, is to know your accountability partners. So like I said from the beginning, you're not going through this journey alone. You have supportive coaches, you have the academy team, you also have your track mates, and some of them are going to be your accountability partners. So we are going to group everybody. We are going to group every track, put we're going to group them into. We're also doing this to ensure that you get ideas when you get the ideas you get from your peers, people that are learning at the same pace with you, is different from what you get from that mentor that has been in the industry for 20 years. It's also different from what you get from your coaches. So we want you to have people of like minds with you in the same space to help your learning easy. This is also to help you cultivate that collaborative skills, right? Because you definitely need it in the tech industry. And it's also to help you collaborate and have that communication, like a very good communication skill. This is going to help you build it as well. In week 2 also, we'll be sharing the feedback form. You're going to see it in your classroom. You're going to see it in your emails. You're also going to see it in your private Slack channel. Do well to fill it. It is very, very important. Every one of us fill this feedback form. You get it every 2 weeks. Tell us what you want us to work on. Tell us what you appreciate. Give us your suggestions. Give us your opinions, and we'll work with it. Um, that's for week 2. Week 3, for tracks like UI, UX, product design, product management, web development pro, you'll be working hand in hand to do your capstone project. So the UI, UX would work with product management starter to do their capstone project. So from week 3, you'll be introduced to your capstone project. You would have combined classes. So product management starter and UI UX will have one class where they get to talk about a particular topic and they get introduced to their project. So tracks that are working with another track will be introduced to their capstone projects by week 3. The other tracks that are working alone might likely be introduced to theirs, but it fully depends on the coach. But for most tracks, you'll be introduced to your capstone project by week 3. If you have assignments, you get to make sure your assignments get completed. Attend classes. Don't miss class. If you don't miss class, don't miss it. Classes, attending the class is always interesting, and it gives you more advantage because you get to ask questions, you get to interact and get a better understanding during classes. So for week 4, the feedback form will come back, classes will still be there as usual. Then we are introducing something else in week 4, which is going to be the games night. So at the end of your class, for week 4, at the end of your class, we will be having like a games night. It's going to be for either 30 minutes or 45 minutes. It's not going to take so much of your time, but it's just to make us network, make us go over what we've learned. And yes, there will be a winner, there'll be a prize for the best competitor. It's going to be a competitive game. So